Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger and my friends. Here we are with the long-awaited proper Hinako trailer for the King of Fighters 15. We did have that one trailer, I guess, which was like a couple seconds long that didn't actually show anything, but don't worry, we have a proper full gameplay trailer now. So a few things before we get directly into the trailer and gameplay breakdown. One, yes, Hinako is indeed the final character of Season 2 of the King of Fighters. So, I guess that's it. I guess KoF 15's done now. Well, no, not quite. So, as far as a Season 3 may go, on the official website it mentions Season 2, and obviously Hinako being the final character, and says, stay tuned for more exciting action as the King of Fighters 15 continues to evolve. So that's not a terribly subtle hint now, is it? So yeah, as far as the Season 3 of KoF 15 goes, probably expect that to be announced later in the year, or perhaps very early next year, and then we'll go from there. And of course, too, SNK has Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves in the wings as well, and who knows when that's going to launch, but probably the hype cycle on that will probably start up sooner rather than later as well. So lots of SNK goodies. Now, for Hinako herself, normally in a lot of the KoF trailers, I'll give you like a lore breakdown of the character and all that kind of stuff. Hinako, basically what you see is what you get. She's a little schoolgirl. What does the sumo? Nothing to do with the Geese Howard crime family, nothing to do with those from the past, nothing to do with the Nest saga, nothing to do with Orochi, and hey, it's your boy Orochi, nothing to do with Orochi and all of his cool cadre of characters. She's just a sumo girl. So if you want to learn more about Hinako in a way, and also some other sumo characters, we did a video recently on just sumo characters in general on the channel, so that'll be linked at the end of this video, or you can find it in the video description. And other than that, let's get directly to the gameplay of the trailer. So out of the gate, Hinako is a serious sumo character despite her appearance. Yes, not the normal sumo look, but she hits just as hard as E Honda and takes the sport itself quite seriously, as many of her moves are directly proper sumo moves. And, well, no, fighting gamed up a little bit, I suppose, but proper sumo nevertheless. And we can see that out of the gate, as one of her base special moves has always been, you know, the traditional sumo slaps. And they actually changed it up a little bit here. Light and heavy punch versions have different animations, and EXs, because there's EXs, right? Hinako has not been in a game with EX moves before. It's been a while since she's been a playable character. So yeah, so the regular version just slaps, the heavy version has the elbow at the end, and the EX version looks to be just a proper launcher. So a lot of the classic arsenal with some bonus, and you're going to see a lot of that. She retains basically almost all of her classic moveset. Like, she retains her Tsukitoshi special move, so it's a big slap followed by a big double palm downwards. What's different this time, though, is she can do the big double palm downwards by itself. So before, light kick or heavy kick version regardless, it would just always be the same animation, just, you know, damage difference, right? Now there's an actual difference, and the version that hits just with the double palms is hitting on a crouching Antonov. So that might mean this is a proper overhead as well, and if so, that's actually a really strong tool for her to have. So on top of her grabs, which she has quite a few, she has another way to open people up. So now going to the grabs, her classic Yorikiri grab, where she would like kind of shove you to the wall, looks like there might be a little bit of a difference in the buttons pressed. So she rushes forward, but this time, instead of taking you to the wall, she slams you down to the ground. But the classic wall version is also later in the trailer. So it could be this is, say, the heavy kick version with the charging forward, and then it'll switch sides, and the traditional version, light kick, will just bring you to the wall like always. This here next up is her quarter circle back kick special, and basically the same as it's been. She winds up, big old double palm slaps you backwards. The startup traditionally has her very low to the ground, right? And it's actually lower to the ground than a normal crouch is. So it lets her avoid things, or at least it used to, we'll see in this game, but it lets her avoid things a normal crouch could not. Now here we see the Yorikiri grab again, and this time it does bounce off the wall. So this is probably the light kick version. Now that said, like Maxima, how they changed Maxima, they wouldn't let you go corner to corner on a single command grab. So it probably just goes this set distance, and then that's probably it. Although there is the EX version later on. So technically a nerf, sure, but going corner to corner no matter what was always really strong, and things like that tend to not exist so much in modern fighting games. And here we have yet more grabs, because once again, sumo is a very grappling-based martial art. So the first one here, the strike and tossing down to the ground, that is her hit grab. So it's good for combos, generally high damage ender. And the second one here where she trips you up, That is her proper command grab, short range, so she won't dash forward or anything. And if it's anything like the older revisions, it'll be a one frame command grab. So it'll be very useful just in general, and of course there's combo enders as well. Hinako has a lot of grabs, y'all. It's kind of a thing. Now, of course, Hinako has the Shiko, which is otherwise known as the Big Sumo Stomp. And the Sumo Stomp, not for show here, as you can tell, is effectively a ground pound move. It's actually a full screen, unblockable, sort of. If it works like it did traditionally, it'll be unblockable if you're standing, but if you're crouching, or in the air naturally, then it cannot hit you. Generally good as a counter zoning tool or just catching people sleeping. Also, depending on the move, can also OTG the enemy. You can hit them while they're on the ground. Now here's where things start changing up. So Hinako has a bunch of target combos. You know, she's a KoF character, it's going to happen. And the thing is, they're changing how her target combos can flow into each other, and also some new stuff. So like say here, this would be forward A, and that is down forward heavy kick normally, but normally before, forward A could never go into that by itself. They're separate maneuvers. Now it flows into each other. And also say the forward A at the beginning here, it has a new follow-up, one that very seemingly hits overhead, which is all new. So she does keep a lot of her target combo stuff, as we'll see later in the trailer, but her routes for target combos also seem to have all new toys to play around with. So she is evolving in that way. Although some of the classics are still around here, so this is her enhanced version EX Yorikiri grab, and this one does bring you to the wall, because you're spending meter, right? She's clearly half screen and still goes all the way to the corner, and you might also know that Dinosaur, his attack goes through her. So classically, say if you look like King of Fighters 2002, this command grab's always been full invincible, which I know sounds weird, but KOF's KOF, right? But yeah, so this will be her invincible reversal. Her command grab is invincible startup, and she can effectively use this like a dragon punch, go through your stuff, grab you, and slam you on the other side. These days, you know, full invincible command grabs are a little bit of a rarity. I think that's fair to say. So Hinako keeping the old-time classics alive with this. Invincible startup and corners your enemy? What's not to love? Next up, more fun. So it looks like Hinako whiffs her command grab here, going forward. And then what happens is this. After recovering, goes for EX Tsukitoshi, but Dino hit her. So it looks like there's guard point frames on here. So that's really handy. Also, we talked about the Sumo Stomp hitting OTG. There you go. That's exactly that. So back in the day, this move had a very small amount of guard point frames. It was very finicky about the height of it. So on the EX version, it looks like it just be more generalized now. From here on out, more remix stuff. So combo structure is, well, the combo, as you can see here. So she can link after her target combos like she could before as a powerful trait of hers. And you can see her comboing out. The start here, down forward heavy kick going into forward A, into forward C. That didn't work before at all, so this is all new. And hey, all new is handy. After all the target comboing is done here, so down forward heavy kick, forward A, forward C. Then we have crouch light punch going into down forward light punch, which is another command normal, into the special to end out. So interesting routes. We can see here as well, the EX version of her regular command grab has combo potential. So get the grab, ground bounces, down forward heavy punch command normal, into quarter circle back kick special. So if you haven't figured it out by now, Hinako is a very grabby gal. Getting close to the end of the trailer, we start seeing supers. Here is her old Max 2 super from King of Fighters 2002, except it's a proper super now, so it's not like a super desperation low health super anymore. So it's graduated into the moveset. That's cool. And I mentioned how a lot of her moves are real sumo moves. Now, obviously you think launching people up and crashing like a meteor is not traditional sumo, but just like E Honda in the headbutt, I think she's just a little ahead of the curve. You know, in a couple years, people will figure that out. Naturally, her classic super is in the game as well. She'll grab you to start tossing you around, manhandling you, and spin you out. Get an example of a combo off some crouching lights into confirm into EX hands, launches, juggle, and then we go into a super. Probably going to be, you know, standard B&B. And then, of course, like all KOF trailers, the big silly combo. Raw max mode. We use the new target combo tricks that we saw earlier into hand slap special, level 1. We're going to dunk you, cancel into a level 2, and it's going to be just shaking you around as we've seen before. And then we got an all-new level 3. And in this one, she's definitely feeling the doskoi, so she takes her Tachi-Ai stance here, runs you to the wall. That's kind of her signature thing. Smacks you down. And then I like this here, sumo slaps. and a big sumo stomp assisted grab dunking you to the ground, using it as like forward momentum. I think that's actually kind of sick. And that's the trailer. And when is she coming out? She's actually coming out a little bit ahead of schedule. So before she was labeled as winter, you know, just kind of nebulously winter, and now she's coming out November 14th. So that is not long from now. And with that, that's technically the end of season 2 of KoF 15. But once again, as we said in the start of the video, expect more is all I can really say. We don't even have Vice and Mature in the game yet, right? Like, there's gotta be a season 3. But that's for the future, I suppose, and hey, that's the video. So let me know what you think in the comments below, and otherwise, well, thank you very much for watching, hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some King of Fighters.